pro feature. 25 laps the distance. Your top 2-point leaders tied coming into tonight's program. And there they are on the front row. Off turn number 4, green lights are on.
Bowman gets the advantage over Reif, and yes, Steve, you said it's pretty simple. Beat everybody else. Easy on paper, not so much in practice. Jake Bowman's had a couple of weeks that have been topsy-turvy. Tyler Reif the same way, although he's come on late in the season, really made a charge, but now he's stuck on the outside, and Shane van Gisbergen gets around him. London McKenzie gets around him, and McKenzie's a part of that point battle as well, Steve. He's not right up there in the middle of it, but he's got a very mathematical shot.
Reif just got a shot. Now he slid up the racetrack, was dirt tracking it, and it's gone from bad to worse. He's back to the 4th spot. Now he's back to the 5th spot. The problem is he's trapped on the outside. Trapped on the outside of Chisholm. Trapped on the outside of Smith. As Nick Woodall slides down in front of Keelan Harvick. Harvick having no part of that. Harvick going to try to get up and fill the hole behind Joel Smith. But Tyler Reif able to slide down. No, Keelan's able to get in that spot. So, boy, I'll tell you what. Things are going good for defending champ Jake Bowman. They're not going so well for Tyler Reif.
No, they are not. But as we've seen tonight, those fortunes can change in a dime as they're all bottled up behind Keelan Harvick, who Harvick not having a great night right now. He is 3rd in the points, only 4 back off the leaders entering this one. Again, he's got to win this race if he wants to have a shot at it. And Harvick trying to hold them all at bay. Already, he has lost the ground in the entire front straightaway, trying to fend off everyone 7th on back.
So that battle for 7th on back, around goes Gatsoulis, I believe that, or the 91 goes around. That's the Miles Murray in the other 91 going around, and we got one spun down off from the in the work area.
Yeah, that is Cameron White's car, but I'm not sure who's in it. Was a late addition to the starting lineup. So
might be Alex Reeling. No, Reeling's out on the racetrack. Yeah, it's listed on my scoring as missing data. I think they're right.
I think they are. In fact, there were 16 cars on the starting lineup we were handed. It appears that at least 17 of them have taken the green.
Why not?
They might have had a little help from Bubba Wallace.
Yep, Bubba has taken his place at the back of the field. The Bubba Wallace Speed Shop, number 76. Off turn number 4, the Dilling, heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical. Pros take it down into 1 and 2. Jake Bowman, he had London McKenzie on the high side. Here's SVG, Shane van Gisbergen down on the low side. SVG in the, if we had an MV or most improved driver, I would say SVG's got to be in the running for that. He has really developed into a good Legends car pro driver. Here he is in the 2nd spot, and he's going toe-to-toe with the defending champ, Jake Bowman. That's how good SVG has gotten in this Legends car.
Yeah, he certainly has made marked improvements, has SVG. In fact, this was his best qualifying run of the summer. I'm sure he would love this to go about 10 more weeks the way it's going, but this is, of course, the final night of the Cookout Summer Shootout here in 2025. And again, a really cool story if you missed it. Bubba Wallace had these guys out here last summer, and they said, wow, it looks like fun. I'd love to do that for a night or maybe a summer. Well, next thing you know, one thing led to another, and Scott McLaughlin and Shane van Gisbergen, they were held to their commitment. And Bubba Wallace, I'm certain is glad they have. They have added a lot of character to this Summer Shootout. Really cool when you've got 4 Cup wins of just the summer alone represented in these 10 rounds of the Summer Shootout. Really neat to see these guys win on Sunday and race on Tuesday.
It really is amazing, absolutely, with SVG wins at Mexico, at Chicago, and at Sonoma, and now Bubba Wallace adding his win at the Brickyard. So we've had 9 races and 4 Cup wins from the 9 races of the Summer Shootout during this window of time. It's been absolutely amazing, and I'm not sure we might not get a Summer Shootout win. SVG is all over Jake Bowman down into turns 1 and 2. I don't believe SVG is going to rough him up, but I think Jake Bowman needs to be flawless, and SVG's quicker right now. He looks to the low side.
And Bowman gives him a lane, and this is one of the things, Steve, as we take Shane van Gisbergen to the lead on lap number 12 of the Pro Division feature. Everybody knows SVG is not going to intentionally rough you up. And a lot of these racers will race like you're going to race them, which means a lot of them are going to use the bumper because they know you do the same thing to them. But you saw Bowman there. He just kind of moved over and said, okay, go ahead. I'm not going to do that. Of course, Bowman's got an ulterior motive. Last thing he needs is to be shipped off into the barrels. He's got a championship that if Shane van Gisbergen passes him, doesn't matter to him. He's still ahead of the guys he has to beat.
I'll tell you what, I think I had Shane van Gisbergen winning a cup race or two. I know for a fact I didn't have him winning a Summer Shootout race. And SVG right now is checking out on this one. Of course, we're still a long way out with 11 laps to go and a lot can happen, but I am telling you, SVG has evolved into a great Summer Shootout racer, and here he is off turn number 4. He's opened up about a 0.3 of a second advantage, 0.4 of a second advantage over Jake Bowman.
Well, and there's all the talk about, how do you become a great oval track racer? And they don't do this kind of thing down in Australia. It's all lefts and rights for the most part. Well, this is how you do it. You come out here, even if you're a cup driver, Shane van Gisbergen, and this is how you learn to grit your teeth and turn left and become just that little bit better. It's not a big number that he's got to learn, but Steve, if there's a place you want to learn to become a better oval track racer, this is where you start. And when you start looking at the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs, this could be the big surprise. If Shane van Gisbergen does really good on ovals, that might be the wild card, the X factor, if you will, that throws a wrench into everybody's playoff plans.
Yeah, because there's a flat 1 mile oval in New Hampshire that's part of the playoffs. There's a Roval that's part of the playoffs. And Shane van Gisbergen's going to be out in the handle here.
Mayhem up in Martinsville.
Yeah, there's a half mile in Martinsville, you're right, that's going to be part of the playoffs as well. And so SVG really coming into his own here and setting the pace, maintaining that 0.4 of a second advantage. And again, I think he's taken advantage of the fact that Jake Bowman, while he wants to win this race, you don't need to get in a dust-up here. You need to win the championship. And we're down to 6 laps to go, and I don't see Jake Bowman. He's closing in a little bit on SVG, and as we say that, now SVG steps out on that again.
Yeah, SVG getting the forward drive off the turn, and this is one of the things that's so cool, Steve, to come out, and if you're a Pro Division driver, if you're an old fart like us in the Masters Division, you get to race against guys that you idolize that race on Sunday. What other form of racing can you do that in, where a guy can come play around on a Tuesday night and you get to race with a guy that you get to watch on Sunday, not only compete but win races in these cases? Really unique opportunity this summer at the Cookout Summer Shootout for the Pro Division, the Masters Division, and really even the guys down in the Chargers and somewhat where you get to go with, their sons are out here learning how to race as well. And really, really cool opportunity here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway.
SVG has stepped that out to, again, 0.4 of a second. He's able to maintain that top spot. We're 3 laps down, 3 laps to go on this one. SVG, Jake Bowman, right there, continues 4 laps, 0.4 of a second off, as SVG needs to be flawless over the last few laps. As we get 2 laps to go, SVG, your leader, into turns 1 and 2.
He slipped up a little bit there on the exit of turn number 4, but off turn 2, he pulls away slightly from Jake Bowman. It is less than a car length into turn number 3. We know Bowman's used the bumper before on others, but will he do it on Shane van Gisbergen? White flag in the air, just a 1/4 mile, and 4 turns separate Shane van Gisbergen from what can be his very first career oval track win.
Bowman has 1 more set of turns. He goes in a little bit higher and there rolls in the center, but SVG is money off from turn number 4. He not only wins, he gains ground. Shane van Gisbergen picks up the win in the Dilling, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing Pro Division. Jake Bowman, Joel Smith, London McKenzie, and Danny Chisholm, your front 5. Holy cow, did not have that on my bingo card. Wow, Shane van Gisbergen going to talk with Lenny Viticki.
Oh, we got to have donuts for everybody. Donuts for everybody from Shane van Gisbergen. Oh, wait, and folks, Steve just brought up a good point. Lenny, is there a rugby ball down there?
Coming out of the car. Gonna work the helmet off first. The Red Bull helmet, by the way. Here he is, Shane van Gisbergen. So hopefully they're watching at home in New Zealand, because you've got yourself an oval win. How cool is this?
Yeah, first ever oval win, pretty cool. But I had a blast. Summer Shootout's been great. Fun Tuesday nights, and thanks to Team SSR and Joe Ryan Racing, we've had a blast. Bubba, Scotty, and I, and all the team. So yeah, thanks everyone for coming out.
The improvement was marked from the first night that you were here to now. Such a difference. What was the key to learning to make this thing go faster and faster each week?
Yeah, it's just time, getting used to it. These guys have done it for a long time, and even though they're young kids, they're brilliant, very good drivers, and it was just fun, and just taking my time every week, and amazing to get a result.